Well, hello everyone. I'm so excited to see you again. Yeah, today is the day of Wakelet, I guess. Yeah, and we've got a very amazing guest. It's Callum, and he is like one of the best members of Wakelet team, and he always likes to share with amazing ideas how to use Wakelet. He always helps other educators how to start using Wakelet and provide many great ideas. And he actually invented Spaces. And if you have any questions about Spaces on Wakelet, or yeah, Kiki, hello again. Yeah, I just want to say that thank you so much for joining us today, because Callum is so experienced and he can share with you and answer on all of your great questions that you may ask him here. Yeah, hello, Latifah. Please tell us from which part of the world you are keep tuning in. And I just want to kick off with the part where I'm going to invite Callum to our stream. How, Callum? How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thanks. Thanks for inviting me on, and I'm excited to be here with everybody and answer all of your questions. Anything else, Anna?
How to invite people to your space, how to use space settings, and how to create a new space. You can create it really easy by clicking on this button and give it a name, give it the main photo, and the visual part of Wakelet is one of the best ones. I really love it. I always say about this. So you can join to any space that it depends who shared it with you, by using a code or even by clicking a link. Even your students can join your space. But actually about this, Callum, I really wanted you give some sort of demonstration here. Yep. So I think you will do it much better than I do. So let me do like this. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Let's kick it off.
So can I share my screen now? Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. So if you could let me know when you can see, that'd be great. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay.
Let's wait for a while. Yeah. Let's try. Yeah, I just want to show what Kiki is saying. She said there are so many, I cannot do that. Yes, Kiki, I'm really crazy about this. No, actually, I like to be organized, and Wakelet spaces. They help me a lot to be such an organized person. Yeah, everything can be organized in one place. Everything is in one place. This is absolutely amazing.
I want to keep problems with sharing my screen, Anna, for some reason.
Really? What does it say?
Not sure what's happening. Should I just give an overview of Spaces and why we created it first, while I try and sort this out, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. So as Anna probably showed earlier, Wakelet is a really good platform where you can create collections on content that you can share with students between all of the different collections. So now Anna is able to actually create spaces on different topics. So she can move some of these collections she has in her profile into different categories. So as you can see down the left-hand side, Anna it looks like she has quite a lot of different spaces here, but it's just really easy for her to, if she has the English club like she shared earlier, or a Wakelet space, she could just go directly to that space and then see all of the collections that she's created on that topic. And then one of the other reasons that we created Spaces was that I'm not sure if anybody here has actually used Wakelet for collaboration, but if you could maybe click on one of the collections that you have here.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. This one, I guess.
Yes. So here you could actually invite other people to contribute just to this collection, and you can invite people that have Wakelet accounts and also people that don't have Wakelet accounts, and add a link. The one problem that we saw with that was that with contributors, they could only join and edit and delete their own items, and when they leave and then come back, they're classed as a new user, which would mean that then when they come back to the collection, they would not be able to then sort of edit or rejoin with the things that they had done on a previous day. So we created Spaces so that students, or whoever it is that is joining these collaborative areas, can reaccess at any point pick up where they left off on another day. And I'll run through that hopefully in a second. And then the final reason was that there might be situations, for example, in this sort of area where Anna's showing, where you might want students or colleagues to collaborate on maybe 4 or 5 different collections at once. And in that situation, you have to go to each collection and then share the invite link 5 different times. So as you can see here, Anna would go on this collection, hit the invite link. So here you can see all of the contributors that have joined this collection here. But if you just go back to the invite contributor screen a second. Yeah, so here Anna would share this link or code with students or colleagues, and should have to share 5 or 6 different links for this different collections. Whereas now with Spaces, Anna can share one link to all of these collections where students or colleagues can now join and actually collaborate on all of those collections in one go. So if you could just head back to the space area for a second.
Yeah, sure. One sec.
Yeah, so here, before Anna would have to go in each collection and share that invite link, whereas now Anna has categorized all of these on the same topic. She now would be able to go to members.
Yeah.
And here you'll be able to see all of the people that have joined this space to collaborate, but you'll also be able to invite other people to that space. So if you click, invite members, and you can invite people at the moment through 2 different ways, and that is via a shareable link or a code. And it works very similar to how it would do on a collection level, but this is now inviting them to the whole space with all of the collections. So maybe if you just copy that link for a second, and could you maybe go into an incognito window just so you can see Wakelet maybe as a signed out user, if that's possible?
Yeah, sure. One sec.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I'm about to get there. Yeah, so I'm just facing the link.
Yeah, so what Anna's shown here is where she's now signed out of Wakelet, and this is what a student would now see. So they'll just be directly taken to this sign-in screen. And as you can see, there's a few different options: sign in with Google, with Microsoft, Facebook, etc. But for the students, they'll just have to click here where it says, "Are you a student?" And then this will just basically allow them to sign into this space to now access. So we've made it really, really simple and easy for you just to sign in with Google or sign in with Microsoft. The students don't have to remember an email address or password. All they need to do is click sign in with Google or Microsoft. They now will enter that space as a member, who'll be able to view all of the collections in that space and also collaborate on those collections as well. So there's many different ways that can be used in the classroom. Do you want to share some ideas, Anna, of maybe how you've used that?
Yeah, actually, I've told it this before that I've made and created a lot of spaces like for the groups that I provide. So the students of different ages, of different levels, and it helps me a lot to categorize the units and the people who are there. I've also created, I can't show it because there's so many great, not so many personal information of my students. Like I created the collections for my students. You can create the collections for your classes, for example, and to fulfill these collections with the links for your chats. Yeah, we've got our group chat for my students where we can go straight away to a virtual excursion, Skype classroom. Yeah, we like taking this kind of virtual excursions, or another groups that you've got on your social medias, or anything that you want your students to reach really fast and easy. Yeah. The simplicity and accessibility is a very important and essential things these days, as for me. Okay, so also I've got lots of information about ABC, and it's not only about ABC and alphabet, but also about reading. Yeah, there's so many worksheets and different ideas, presentations, and everything must be organized. Yeah, for vowels, for many kind of things. Yeah, I've got lots of resources for this kind of certain topic. Yeah, so digital portfolios of my students. Yeah, that's very important, but actually I need to refresh my page at this moment, I guess. Okay, let me do it. Really, I hope it's going to be really quickly. exactly. Yeah, I've just started organizing my spaces, but this area is for digital portfolios of my students, because Wakelet is the best tool for creating your digital portfolios, not only for your students, but for educators. And I always share on every webinar where I'm a speaker, I share with the first slide or the second slide, it doesn't matter, where the QR code is, with the whole information about me, with the links from Twitter, from other social medias, from the videos, and everything that this is like a story that can tell without words about me, what kind of educator I am, what I'm passionate about. It's really easy, and this is my favorite collection, and that I use very often. And it's so important sometimes to have a place where you can go and to see all of your like improvements, all your pages and the stuff like this, so that can make you feel really good. So I've got, of course, Wakelet space and Flipgrid space, because I've mentioned before, I've got lots of resources to share. I've got space of students of a Wakelet student ambassador program by Tisha. Yeah, I guess Tisha Pontius, she was like the generator of the idea for this kind of tasks. And I love this program, and my students love it. I've organized it also in Google Classroom. I've shared with this on Wakelet Community Week, yeah, when we talked about collaboration Wakelet, and it's absolutely amazing. My favorite one is Task 1, All About Me. Yeah, I've shared with that, where my students started to telling their stories about them, what they like, what they breathe with, and their passions again, and what they're passionate about, and etc. So also running group teachers love do. So I've got this space for this kind of certain topic, and also there's a PLN space that I created. I want to invite all the educators in our group on Facebook, and where we can share with each other, because I thought that I'm so ready for the starting year, but it turned out that I wasn't so well prepared for this. Some of their tools and activities, I need to dive deeper. I need to investigate. I need to collect the information. And this place is going to be fulfilled with great ideas. So if you want to share with anything like this, so you're very, very welcome. Of course, we can save all the links, and bookmarks can be saved to your personal collections. And it's like sharing, caring, better together, and all of the hashtags like this. Okay. Also, I'm a huge fan of storytelling, and I'm creating my space for like categorizing the books, which I want to be categorized over there, like for kids, for like different topics, and want to fulfill them with worksheets or maybe flashcards, because we can't read in the classroom now. So we just can do it in a distant way. Yep. So this is, I've also created my, I called it home space, where I can collaborate with my family, and that's a bit personal way of using space on Wakelet. And in Spanish, of course.
I think Anna, one of the most important ways with spaces is that now, for the first time, students can create their own collections without having to actually have an account. So now you could set an assignment, you could create a space on climate change, math, a reading log, or anything like that. And students can actually go in, create their own collection, like Anna showed with a portfolio, and maybe document their learning, their research, collaborate on a project together. I did see one educator who had, obviously working remotely, had invited all their students to a space and assigned a collection to groups where they would do research on all of the different continents, and three students would work on that together.
Yeah.
And all the students can access all of the work and the research and the ideas that were shared through all of the students. And then one more with remote learning, especially if there is hybrid learning, where sometimes there's students in the classroom and sometimes there's students at home. The ability to maybe make a space, and like Anna shared a little bit earlier as well, about All About Me collection, where a student would create a collection on a little bit about themselves, so all the students in the class can can get to know each other, and even the teacher can get to know the students without actually having to meet them in person potentially. So that's another cool idea. But yeah, I'm just really excited to see all the ways that Spaces is going to be used in the classroom, because Wakelet is, some people say Wakelet is like a digital passport where you could use all of these different tools. You can use Flipgrid, you can use Buncee, you can use Adobe Spark, you can use Google Docs.
I demonstrated this before in the previous session. I've shared with the ideas from the Millers. I love them. Absolutely amazing couple. And Rachel. Also she's she has made a blog post about Wakelet Spaces that you've shared on Twitter as well. And about this continent activity. Actually, I saw this one. I was totally inspired of the on Google Slides. I guess one of the creators, they created the map with the continents, and there was the moving airplane. That can set on every other continent. It's a great way to collaborate with students and provide them this kind of project-based activity again. And there's a question from Valery. He is asking how I can make picture of Spaces member as in your site.
Does that maybe mean how can they see the members that are in your Spaces, maybe?
Valery, can you provide us more details about your question? I'm actually puzzled a bit how to answer this. Maybe it's a compliment about the picture. I didn't get the sense of this. And then he's saying wonderful collections. Thanks a lot. Just fulfilled. And I started to organize everything on Wakelet, and it helps me a lot. And as you said, it's like digital passport, as you called it. I haven't heard about, but I like this. Everywhere where you go and you've got internet connection, you can go online, you can get the document, the information, you can provide some more details from, it depends on the space and the topic of the collection that you say. Everything in one place. This is amazing. I love it. Absolutely adore it. And that's why I love Wakelet so much. And actually, I've got some questions if you are okay to answer them. You'll get some time. Okay. How and when did you come up with the idea of Spaces? How? Just tell me. It's amazing.
So a good while back, we released the collaboration feature where, like I said earlier, people were using it on collections and they wanted their students to reaccess them, and also a way to invite multiple people to collections at once. So they might have a classroom, they might have a few different units, and then if with the old sort of way of using collaboration, they would have to say, send invite to unit 1, then an invite to unit 2, then invite to unit 3. Whereas now they can just send one link and invite them to the whole like sort of course or topics. So that was one of the main reasons. And we do have some visions of where Spaces can go in the future. So we have some ideas of how we can, is that one of the future questions? Is that one of the next questions?
This is one of my list. I've got 4 actually, don't worry.
Okay, I'll carry on answering that one.
So please just
so we have
share with us.
We have lots of ideas where Spaces can go in the future. And obviously Spaces is by nature collaborative. We want to add more collaborative features where people can actually communicate within Wakelet. So we've seen some instances where you might have students collaborating on a collection or a project together, and they might have to use another tool to talk. Maybe that's through Teams or through WhatsApp or maybe even verbally, which is maybe a little bit difficult when working remotely. So we want to add some more communication features so the students can work together and maybe give pointers or tips or ideas and collaborate a little bit better. So that's one of the next things that we're looking at. And also in a space at the moment, when you invite people in, they can see all of the collections in there and actually add to all of the collections. So we are looking at some more settings where you could hide certain collections and allow people to only view certain collections as well. So that's something that we've got down and we're looking at, alongside lots of little things that we wanted to improve just to make the experience a little bit better. Obviously, Anna shared with you earlier with all of her Spaces down the left-hand side. It's quite messy.
It's not the end. It's just the beginning. Just imagine.
So yeah. The thing with Wakelet is we really want people to be organized, and that's sort of where we allow you to organize items into collections. And then once you get to that level, then you have so many collections that you need to organize. So then you have to organize them into spaces or folders. And then you get to the situation where those folders and spaces get disorganized in so many. So we're going to be adding lots more and more organization features just to make it a lot better for you. But yeah, like Anna showed, there's all those spaces she's created. We are working on that to make it as seamless, as organized as possible.
Oh my gosh, you're amazing. Yeah, you're the people who like listening to educators, and you just, yeah, thanks so much. Thanks so much for that, because, yeah, I told you that I use Wakelet every day, and my students started to use it, and everything in one place, yes, as I've already said this. Okay, so I think that if you have any questions, you can reach Callum or even myself. I would love to answer your questions, and I would love to invite you to my space, not personal ones, of course, but yeah, this is my space, like I may say. And yeah, so thank you so much again, Callum, for being with us. Yeah, I've shared with the collection questions about Wakelet. You can left your questions there. You can reach us. And I think this is it. Callum, any last words that you want to add at the end of the session?
Yeah, just if you give Wakelet a try, whether that's using spaces or not, just please let us know. Like Anna said, we listen to our users and what they like and what they don't like about the platform, and try our hardest to make the platform as best as can be. So any little feedback that you have, whether you think it's big or small, let us know. We'll listen to it, we'll record it, and we'll try and act on it as quickly as we can. We are still quite a small team. So we have got quite a big list of things we want to do, and we want to try to get them done as quickly as possible. But we do try and try and act on your feedback as quickly as we can.
Wow, thanks so much. I'm so inspired again. I'm so excited, inspired. Okay, thanks everyone for joining us today. Stay safe. And I think this is it. This is the end of our session. Thanks again, Colin, for being with us. Thanks everyone for joining us today. And stay tuned. I just want to share again with form where you can fulfill your personal information and just get the certificate that you have participated in this session. Just here it comes. Yeah, so this is it. Stay safe, stay tuned. Yeah, enjoy using Wakelet because this is an amazing tool. Bye. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.